New York DEC has discovered a toxic algae bloom. Now, this is in Chautauqua Lake. It is described as a small, localized find. This toxic blue-green algae isn't uncommon this time of year, but News 4's Al Vaughters is here with more information on the algae and what to look out for. Al?
Well, Jackie, DEC officials say the algae bloom sample was taken on Monday, and it's important because it was blue-green algae, which contains a toxin that can be harmful to humans and pets. As swimmers and boaters enjoy the 4th of July weekend on Chautauqua Lake, most are unaware of the toxic algae bloom discovered earlier in the week.
I haven't seen any this year, but the last 2 years we saw it.
Algae is as much a part of summer here as boating and swimming, and local officials are ever mindful, monitoring blooms that appear as green slime on the surface.
Lake conditions right now, especially earlier in the year, cooler temperatures, good wind conditions, plenty of rain, really inhibit algae blooms.
County Executive Vince Horrigan told us the long frigid winter might be the reason local officials have not found any algae bloom so far this summer as in years past, when they've been forced to close the beaches.
Oftentimes it's wind, it's rain that churns that up, and the temperature of the water is also a big factor. So when that does happen, we unfortunately have to close the beaches. It tends to be a very temporary condition.
And the latest findings by state environmental officials seem to indicate they don't believe the amount of blue-green algae, which contains bacteria that can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and trouble breathing, has reached an alarming level yet. The DEC did not identify an exact location for the algae bloom, but officials did say the sample was small and localized. Mark Ochenero of Cleveland has been bringing his family to Bemis Point for years and says this is about as clear as he's ever seen Chautauqua Lake.
We're grilling outside. We rented a pontoon boat. The kids are going tubing, and we're all going to have a good time. They're heading up to Bemis for some ice cream right now.
It's also worth noting that 2 Chautauqua County beaches were identified in a separate national report for having persistent contamination problems, Main Street Beach and Wright Park East Beach. But both of those beaches belong to the city of Dunkirk, and they're not on Chautauqua Lake. They're on Lake Erie. Al Vaughters, News 4 at 5:30.